Have you ever wondered how some people remain sharp well into their 80s? If you're over 70 and notice your memory isn't as strong as it once was, or you simply want to keep your mind as clear as it was in your prime, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll explore 5 simple yet effective secrets to help keep your brain sharp, no matter your age. These aren't miracle cures or complicated routines, they're science-backed, easy to implement, and most importantly, they're habits that real people just like you have used to stay mentally alert long after retirement. Stay with us until the end, because the final secret is something most people completely miss, but it could be the key to maintaining your mental clarity for the next decade. Let's dive in. Number 1. The power of intentional reading. One of the easiest ways to keep your brain in top shape is to make reading a daily habit, not just for enjoyment, but with intention. When you read material that challenges your thinking, introduces fresh concepts, or ignites your curiosity, you're not just passing the time, you're giving your brain a workout. Processing new information, imagining different situations, or following a complex argument across several pages activates the parts of your brain responsible for memory, reasoning, and understanding. Doing this regularly is like strength training for your mind. There's a big difference between glancing at the news and sitting down with a thought-provoking article, a biography, or a detailed historical novel. A 74-year-old man named Charles from Arizona shared how he began reading science magazines a few years ago, despite having no prior knowledge in the field. At first, he had to reread sections to understand them, but now he not only grasps them better, he says they give him topics to discuss, think about, and look forward to. That mental engagement is exactly what we're aiming for. This goes beyond building vocabulary or gaining knowledge, it's about keeping your neurons active. Studies show that older adults who read regularly perform better on memory tests and are less likely to experience cognitive decline. It's not about the quantity you read, but how engaged your brain is while reading. When your brain is actively making connections, anticipating outcomes, or reflecting on ideas, you're enhancing its ability to stay sharp. Many people mistakenly believe that only physical exercise matters after a certain age, but your mind needs exercise too. Just as walking keeps your legs strong, reading with focus keeps your mind resilient. So, grab a book, even if it's been a while, and start with something that genuinely interests you. It doesn't need to be complex or lengthy, the key is consistency, curiosity, and a commitment to making reading part of your daily routine. Number 2. Movement that boosts the brain. Walking isn't just good for your legs and heart, it's also a surprising way to enhance your mental clarity, especially when done outdoors in nature or in a setting that engages your senses. When you walk in new surroundings, your brain has to process a variety of information simultaneously. Watching your step, noticing the breeze or the scent of trees, hearing birds or traffic, even reading signs. All of this stimulates different areas of your brain. It's not a mindless activity, it's actually one of the most brain-boosting forms of movement you can do. A woman named Patricia, now 81, started taking short morning walks through her neighborhood after losing her husband. She said it began as a way to clear her mind, but over time, she noticed she was remembering more, sleeping better, and even holding conversations more easily. What started as a way to cope with grief turned into something like therapy. Her walks helped her process emotions, breathe deeper, and stay present. It gave her mind a focus instead of letting it get trapped in cycles of worry or sadness. The brain thrives on oxygen, circulation, and stimulation, and walking provides all three. When you move your body, especially with rhythm and consistency, you also help your brain form and maintain neural connections. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a difference. But here's the real trick to maximize the mental benefits. Don't just walk mindlessly, look around, notice new details, let your thoughts wander. This mental flexibility, combined with gentle movement, is one of the best things you can do to stay sharp. It's never too late to start, and it doesn't have to be a long hike or a gym session. Just put on your shoes, step outside, and start with the block in front of you. Your legs will thank you, and so will your brain. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment, number 2, below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Nourishment that supports the mind. Your brain is always hungry, not just for knowledge, but for nutrients that keep it functioning at its best. After 70, your body doesn't absorb or use nutrients as efficiently as it once did, and your brain feels the impact first. That's why what you eat can either keep your mind sharp or slowly dull its edges. One of the most overlooked habits for mental clarity is starting the day with brain-supporting foods instead of relying on sugar or skipping breakfast altogether. Let's take Joe as an example. He's 76 and used to start every morning with just toast and jam, thinking eating light would keep him alert. But over time, he noticed more brain fog, mood swings, and even moments where he struggled to find the right words. His doctor suggested adding omega-3 rich foods like walnuts and a bit of protein, such as a boiled egg or a handful of seeds. Within a few weeks, Joe said his thinking felt clearer, like someone had wiped the haze from his thoughts. Certain nutrients are like fuel for your brain's gears. Omega-3 fatty acids support neuron membranes, antioxidants from berries reduce inflammation, and vitamin B12, often low in seniors, plays a major role in memory. Even staying hydrated with a glass of water in the morning can prevent the sluggish confusion that comes from mild dehydration, which many seniors experience without realizing it. When your brain is undernourished, it slows down. When it's fed properly, it starts to shine again. You don't need fancy supplements or costly powders, nature provides what we need. A handful of blueberries, a few almonds, and a slice of avocado, these small, consistent choices act like mental insurance. If you ever doubt their impact, try it for a week and pay attention to how you speak, recall names, or solve small problems. You might be surprised at how quickly food affects your mental function. Your mind is always communicating with you, but if it's underfed, it starts to whisper, and those whispers get lost in confusion, irritability, and fatigue. Fuel your brain like the incredible machine it is, and it will reward you with clarity and focus. Number 4. Building a social network for brain resilience. One of the most powerful ways to protect a sharp mind isn't a pill or a puzzle, it's people. After 70, many find their social circles shrinking, friends move away, loved ones pass, and the daily interactions that once filled your life begin to fade. But isolation comes at a high cost. Studies consistently show that social disconnection significantly increases the risk of cognitive decline, even more than some physical health issues. Why? Because conversation, connection, and companionship challenge your mind in ways no crossword can. Take Helen, for example. She's 82 and lives alone. For years, she relied on TV to fill the silence, but things changed when her daughter suggested joining a community book group. At first, Helen hesitated, but she eventually gave it a try. She didn't realize how much her brain had missed the back and forth of discussion. The simple act of recalling someone's name or hearing different perspectives wasn't long before her mood improved, her vocabulary returned, and she even started telling better stories again. Social interaction is a workout for the brain. When you talk with others, you're recalling facts, reading emotions, and adjusting your thoughts in real time. That's a cognitive exercise no app can match. And it's not just about big gatherings. A meaningful phone call, a walk with a neighbor, or even chatting with the cashier at the store can keep your mind engaged and connected to the world around you. If you've withdrawn from people over the years, it's never too late to rebuild your network. Reach out to someone first, write a letter, or join a hobby group, even online if you're shy. Start with just one person. You don't have to be the life of the party, you just have to be present. Your brain thrives in company, even quiet company. So, if you've been spending more time in silence than in laughter, more time observing than interacting, this is your sign to change that, not only for your heart but for your mind. You deserve to feel seen, heard, and remembered, and in doing so, you'll help your brain stay active, resilient, and alive. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment, number 4, below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Staying curious every day. Curiosity is more than a charming quality, it's one of the most underrated ways to keep your brain vibrant after 70. It's easy to fall into routines, same meals, same TV shows, same stories. There's comfort in familiarity, but too much of it can turn your world into a loop and your mind into a hallway with no open doors. Curiosity opens those doors. It encourages you to explore, ask, and wonder. Every time you stretch your thinking just a little, you strengthen the neural pathways that support memory, attention, and problem solving. A man named Frank, 78, spent most of his life in the same town, doing the same job, surrounded by the same friends. After retiring, he felt a fog creeping into his days. His doctor ruled out physical causes, so his daughter gave him something unexpected, a beginner's watercolor kit. At first, he laughed it off, but then he tried it. What happened wasn't about artistic talent, it was about learning. He had to understand color theory, hand control, patience, even failure. His brain came alive again, not because of the art, but because it was new. Staying curious doesn't mean overhauling your life, it means looking at familiar things with fresh eyes. Read about a topic you know nothing about, ask someone younger what music they enjoy and truly listen, or watch a documentary on mushrooms, space travel, or ancient cities. Keep a notebook of questions that come to mind and take the time to look them up. When you act on curiosity, you keep your brain flexible and youthful. Curiosity works because it engages multiple parts of the brain at once. You're using memory, emotion, logic, and often movement. Especially if you're doing something hands-on. Perhaps most importantly, it gives your day purpose, something to anticipate, a challenge to tackle, even if it's small. So, if you've been feeling mentally stuck, the answer isn't always more rest or another supplement, it might just be wonder. Give yourself permission to not know something, and let that ignorance lead you somewhere new. You don't have to be an expert, you just have to care enough to start. That spark of curiosity might be the very thing that keeps your mind sharp and your spirit young. Final thoughts. Staying mentally sharp after 70 isn't about doing one big thing, it's about weaving a handful of small, powerful habits into your day that keep your mind active, your confidence growing, and your joy alive. Whether it's learning something new, staying social, feeding your brain with the right nutrients, taking care of your body, or simply staying curious, each of these steps can change the way you experience aging. They don't require massive effort or big lifestyle changes, just 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there. A little consistency goes a long way. What resonates with you the most? Is there one habit you already practice, or something you want to try today? Maybe you've been meaning to reconnect with an old friend, finally try that hobby you keep delaying, or perhaps you've realized it's been a while since you've read a book or taken a walk without distractions. Whatever it is, the important thing is that you act on it. The longer we wait to nurture our minds, the harder it becomes to regain what we lose. But the good news is, the brain remains adaptable even into our 80s and beyond. You're not too old to improve, and you're not too far gone to start fresh. The fact that you watched this video all the way through tells me something. You care, you're willing, and you want to feel alive, not just physically, but mentally. That makes all the difference. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us keep creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.